I wanted to first say happy June 7th. Today is Pat and Charles Mawson's anniversary. I believe it's their 12-year anniversary since I was there at their first wedding, as well as was Reverend Donna. And I wanted to say, hope you enjoy your wonderful, is it called brunch now? Brunchette, um, or whatever it's called when you go to a breakfast house. So anyway, enjoy your day. And today's daily word is love. And I think that is so apropos for our two lovebirds out there, or as they were called in the past, a bowerbird and his mate when they first got together. So this is about love, and the affirmation that's in the daily word says love. Love connects me and sustains me. Love is the unifying power that connects me with the whole of creation and guides and inspires me. I am a link in the great chain of humanity, in harmony with the whole family of humankind. Focusing my attention on the power of divine love, I discover the point of awareness within my heart that sees the love within all people. Even when that love is not apparent to me, I call it forth into visibility through my faith that the power of love is always at hand, even when it is hard to find. What a warm feeling that arises in my heart as I immerse myself in the indwelling love of God. In essence, love is who I am, so I yield to the presence of divine love in every relationship and circumstance. I remain centered in that love. And this is taken from, I don't think I've ever read out of that book before. Lamentations? Is that a book? I guess I better go back and read the Bible one more time. It says, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. 3:22. I'm going to have to pull that book out again. You know, I heard you're supposed to go through it over and over again, and each time is a revelation of new discovery. Today is love, and before I get into the meditation part, I wanted to thank Unity Wide World Ministries for this new publication that they put out. It's called The Power of Prayer. And I noticed inside it several of my friends or acquaintances or past community members in the Dallas community have little articles and poems in here. And when it talks about prayer and love, I go to the page and it's my friend Reverend Karen Ramasdan at Unity on Greenville. So this is what she says is the prayer of love. Divine Spirit that is love joins us together as one. Creator and creation are joined in love through all eternity. All humanity is bound by the thread of love that connects all sentient beings, all that moves upon the earth and through the sky as one. Claiming our oneness, we live life awakened to the awareness of the deep, abiding love of God. We hold love as our divine inheritance and remind ourselves often that God is love. Therefore, we are love. Love is our countenance as we walk through the moments and hours of our days. We embody love that sees good until good is what appears in our lives. We hold a posture of love by opening our hearts with compassion and loving kindness for our world and all its inhabitants. We are grateful for love that is made manifest through God expressing as creation. We let it be so that it can become. You know, one of my beautiful thoughts that I had when I was doing youth and family ministries at Unity Spiritual Life Center in Oklahoma City was the youth had a phrase that was coming to be, coming more. And if you look at it, be was right, the centered word in that statement. You know, we all come to this place where we want to be. And that is one reminder is to stay centered in the truth of what you know is truth. So we are all on this experiential journey coming to be, and that's coming to be something greater with this awareness as we come into it. And we ourselves individually and collectively are becoming more. And how do we do that? That's through our relationships. You know, as we get to know one another a little bit deeper and a little bit more personable as individuals, we discover another aspect of the divine, of God in the world, and that's the gift of others. So when we come into this phase, we know that we are all love and we all move around in love and we connect through our love. You know, then love is really all there is if you are God in expression. So let's take these ideas with a couple deep breaths into the sign of centeredness and center into what we call our higher heart space. That, which we know, is that energy that Reverend Shelley talked about yesterday, of all things. You know, it's that story of the light bulb. When that light bulb goes off, you still have material things. You've got the casing that surrounds us. So let's step outside of that casing and again go into that place of divine energy. And as we settle our hearts and we open our minds, we start out at a point of gratitude. Just to the energy in the room, I want to say I'm grateful for Eric joining today, but not only joining here in the physical world, but joining on the spiritual level. As when he came in, he joyfully, collectively said, as I was thinking, appreciation for the screen I was pulling down as we set up the sanctuary. Appreciation for Dwayne. So we know, Dwayne, your spirit is here with us today. And we've already spoken of Pat and Charles, two wonderful chaplains I've met on this spiritual journey. And Reverend Donna and Sandra, we've spoken of today. So we know their essence and their energy surrounds us now too. And everybody that left their energy behind in the sanctuary from yesterday, or the day before, or last week, or the decades before, or that walked on this ground that we are nestled on as we place our foundation upon the rock. We are grateful. Grateful for the love that you move forward as we come into relationship with each on the path of the divine, into our oneness as our wholeness. We say ah and aha. Using the power of our breath and our mind and our consciousness, we bless all that surrounds us. And as we do so, we allow those things, that which is material, to bless us as spirit. Through love and our connection, we are spirit in action in the material world, in relationship to all things that are being. Whether it be the chair that we sit on in this now moment, or the sound of the clock as we see in mind's eye moving its hands as it tries to direct us throughout the different portions of the day. We're guided and blessed along our paths, whether it be the gravel or the concrete or the asphalt that we move on, or whether it be through the trees and the leaves and the flowers and the shrubs, or in the water itself. For as we touch and it touches us, it leaves behind that trace and that trail of divine love, the unconditional energy that flows through all things, in our awareness or out of our consciousness. It's that love of good and that good in love, energizing. In mind's eye, follow along with me as we say everything is mind in consciousness to a higher power. All the great philosophers come to know this as E equals MC squared, but when we do go into that place of consciousness to that higher power, into that reflection within ourselves and as ourselves, we are open to infinite possibility. And all that surrounds us, all that is in and through and as us, resonates with that energy and brings forth all those things to you and through you, needed and desired to get to that next place of being on your spiritual path. And most of it discover that it's just the love that we've had all along. As we go with our higher heart and continue blessing all those things that are laid before us, that we look at with awe and wonder, that we pull through as virtues in the right and perfect moment, as needed as we be. That's God in action. To you, through you, as you, in magnitude of infinite being. You're a gift, and you are gifted. You are love, loving, and love itself just by your presence and being. So we celebrate you, divine love in motion, unconditional, unbound, unrestrained, and open, honest and pure, filled with integrity, but most of all, filled with the energy of life itself as it brings forward joy into action. Let it giggle all the way to the root of your being and shoot a smile upon your face. You are all those divine attributes and virtues of the divine creator, moving forward like magnets, attracting more good. So know that you are blessed and a blessing, all wound up with a cute little bow on top and a dangling heart as your pendulum of all life. Thank you, sweet spirit, for guiding us through and knowing what is true as we come back to this material world with that great smile of gratitude in this space, in this place of you. So thank you for taking the opportunity to connect with us on a heart-to-heart basis as we go through Monday Midday Meditation. I do want to point out a couple things have changed on our calendar. So if you get a chance, go to www.unityandtheolympics.org and click on calendar. I think John's got the new calendar going out there today, or check your email. But we've got lots of things on our plate. You can support unity in the Olympics by sending in photos and stories right now for Dwayne Morris's celebration of life. If you're willing, you can come up and help us in the gardens. Or if you've got a creative style that feels that you're a painter, you can paint the front of the church. We've got lots of activity going on, and all we're missing is you. Hope to see you soon. This is Tim, your prayer chaplain from Sequim, saying goodbye from now. We love you.